Like, what would be your advice, right? Because you said us, people in the industry, people in battle rap, they're just consistently getting undervalued. And then we were talking about this before with like leagues, like sometimes people just feel like they're not in a position to say, hey, I'm valuable, I'm not gonna do this, right? What is your advice to artists or just anyone that kind of feels in that place? What are like 3 things you would say?
Because you're talking to millions of people when you answer that. Millions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all success starts here. It's in the mind first. So if you allow yourself to think that, then that's what you'll be. You know what I mean? What are 3 ways that you can build your confidence? I mean, because that's the problem. You're not confident enough. You're not being confident. You're not allowing yourself to be of the value that you think you should be. And they kind of put you in that place because they're always going to undervalue you so they don't have to pay you as much.
Right.
You allow them to or you don't. You know your options.
Correct.
I always use this as an example. You remember when Monique went public and she said she wanted us to boycott Netflix?
Yeah.
Right.
And they interviewed Netflix and they were just like, yo, it's nothing personal. Yeah, like we just only do deals based off numbers. We look at the numbers and we base what we're gonna give that person, base it off what numbers they're doing. And she just haven't had the numbers recently to cover what she's asking for.
Right.
And then what did Dave Chappelle do when he came back from Africa?
Got the Netflix deal.
Came back and proved that was a lie.
Yeah.
He didn't have any numbers.
He didn't have any numbers.
He got 60 million for 2 shows.
And how did he get that?
Well, you gotta consider like his show was like the best show before it ended.
I guess they
he
figured,
left hot.
Well, they predicted that he would probably
but
be
it still proves the point that he had no recent numbers to show what his value
Let's
would
look
be.
at it like this. If I'm Netflix, right? And if there's ever a time where I could shoot Dave Chappelle low, that would have been the time.
Right.
Did he allow them to do that?
No.
That would have been the perfect time to be like, yeah, well, we only can give you 30, man, because you ain't really did the numbers.
Yeah.
You could have tried that shit.
Yeah.
You'd have been watching it on fucking Hulu.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's
yeah,
real.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. But that's what she tried to do, right? She tried to say, no, I'm worth more. Yeah, I'm not gonna have this, and kind of stepped out. But it hasn't really done her any good.
But the fight ain't over.
Well, how do you know it hasn't done her any good?
Based on perspective, right?
She's learned a lot from that.
Yeah, I'd say so.
She took valuable lessons from that, and sometimes that's what it takes. Right. You know what I mean? Like there's no formula. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
But she took the first step, and that's believing you first.
Right.
You know, and then she just got to figure out her way. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, Dave Chappelle went in there and said, "Yo, this is what it's gonna be. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna put it to you in a nicer way, but hey."
I'm here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Dave Chappelle, I do feel like he kind of had the leverage to say that.
Why?
Like it's kind of like you were doing extremely well, like to the point where people were like, "No, where are you going?" Like,
so is Monique.
Please. I think at that time, not as much.
Not at that time, but Dave Chappelle wasn't doing anything at that time.
Right.
I don't want.
They didn't even know if he was still funny.
The reason why I'm saying that is because Netflix said they only do deals based off numbers.
So basically, bullshit.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, because that was not true, obviously. Right.
Yeah. What does leverage have to do with anything if they're saying they only do deals based off of numbers?
Because I know
Not
it was
even about leverage at that point. They're just basing everything on numbers.
Schumer at the time had got like a crazy amount of money for Netflix, and they weren't trying to match it. And then Steve Harvey kind of played a part in it, right? I'm not exactly sure what he said.
When she went on the show?
Yeah.
She said you gotta play the game?
Correct. He was trying to say basically.
Audience, like he did the Radio City thing a whole week of Radio City.
He's basically doing whatever he wants to do, and that's that's just what it is, and that it shows that they pay attention to energy as well.
Yes.
Like as an investor, you're not gonna let that kind of opportunity pass, no matter what the numbers are.
Correct.
So if that's the case, then to put it out there that it's all about numbers is just a way to keep you in check.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we just need to understand as artists that we are more in control than we think we are. And it starts here.
Last 5 minutes, I was gonna say battle rap. You know, what's your thoughts on the current level of battle rap? You know, hosted Total Slaughter, you know, everything like that. What's your thoughts about battle rap and just, you know, that form of entertainment, them keeping
jumping in the ring, Royce?
alive and everything like
Jumping
that?
in the ring, Royce?
He goes into something
What's going
else.
on, man?
What's up,
What's going
Royce?
on?
How you
I
feeling
was there,
battle rap?
you know.
You jumping in the
I
ring?
was there.
What's going on?
That three-way battle at SOB's
Okay. You was at that?
years ago. I was there.
Okay,
And-
first of all, I own Total Slaughter. Let's get that straight.
Ooh, get it right.
He ain't hosting.
Wait a minute.
I wasn't just a host.
That means you was cutting the checks. So
I wasn't. Listen. All I'm saying is put some respect on my name in this barbershop. I'm just playing. But yeah, I thought about jumping in the ring before. Around that time, I was thinking about it more
Versus
so
who?
than I think about it now. I never thought about nobody.
He's telling the truth, folks.
come on,
Listen,
man.
contrary to popular belief, man, I got a lot of respect for y'all, man.
I dig it. But
I'm not one of
But it
those
wasn't
guys.
somebody that you was like, maybe this person.
I mean, any of y'all niggas can get it, but I still got respect for y'all, though, man.
Let's go.
I still got a lot of respect for y'all, though, brother.
Is there a time frame on when we can get it?
Brother, no. Listen. First of all, it's an honor and a privilege to be here.
Yes, always.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got nothing but respect for y'all. I'm not one of these guys who's like established and think that it's just a thing that I'm just gonna go wipe everybody out.
Okay.
I would never take any of y'all for granted. Not just y'all top tier niggas, but any of y'all, because I understand that it's a different skill set. I understand that it's something that I would need to spend a lot of time getting sharp because it's a muscle that's not necessarily in shape at the moment.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if I have the kind of time to take away from other things to prep myself to get in there, because I can't get in there and lose, because that wouldn't be good for me.
Right. And it's
was
you're
not at all.
honest
So it's
about
like,
it.
you know,
Right.
in terms of like building a brand,
Yeah.
what's the sense of doing it if I'm just gonna go in there and lose?
Now here's my question. From your standpoint, would you be open to having just like 2 or 3 top tier battle rappers just sit with you for a month
To do
and
what?
just kind of like coach you into what it is today? You know what I'm saying? In a way that I don't think Michael
you out.
Jordan,
I'll
well,
help you out.
not necessarily
I'll
Michael
help you
Jordan.
out. I got you.
I don't think I need help.
No, I'm fucking.
No, I mean,
I don't think you need help.
hold on.
Don't get
I
beside
don't
yourself,
think
man.
you
We
need
got
help.
40
Hold
cal
on.
coming back.
Hold on.
Ill Will.
we done seen Cassidy come. I'm just saying the same way. Look. We do it
brother.
amongst ourselves.
Brother, let's have a
You feel what I'm saying?
Let's have a realistic conversation.
Let's have
go.
a realistic conversation.
All right. First of all,
Right.
no disrespect to anybody.
Right.
Do not compare me to anybody.
Okay.
I like that.
I don't give a fuck. Don't compare me to anybody.
He don't want to hear that.
That's
All right, that's first of all.
Right.
If I come, I'm coming for blood.
Right.
Good.
I ain't coming because I need a check. I ain't coming because I woke up feeling I'm coming. I'm gonna take it serious, and I'm taking
Right.
heads off.
But would you be comfortable with?
I
Top tiers around
wouldn't
you.
need that.
Matt feels like that's
Nigga, you the one I'm battling when I come in.
I agree. And you ain't gonna have no top tiers around you. I guarantee you battle me. They're gonna be calling you up and like, oh, well, this nigga, man. Let me tell you something, man. Look, I'm coming to your crib right now, bro.
That would be great.
Telling you, bro.
This nigga Math would love to just end my career too.
No,
Have
honestly.
me out there looking crazy. and
No,
shit.
I would love to get to the point where we're all comfortable with creating, because this, in the same way that you create this piece of art, this masterpiece called an album. I feel like the amount of writing you put into your albums, we put into battles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we can come to a point where we can merge these worlds,
We can.
even if we have to just create it together, I feel like it would just be the greatest thing we ever saw.
I think you taking a step by doing this show. I think that brings us closer, because when Bishop hit me and asked me what I thought about doing the show, the reason why I was so quick to be like, hell yeah, is because how much I respect you as a lyricist.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And I feel like I can't not do Mav show. That's not gonna look right. You know what I mean? And I think we need to stay cognizant of that. making sure that we always look out for each other and we don't look down at each other like, oh, I'm here, he's there.
Right.
This show is fucking incredible. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna continue to grow. You know what I mean? Right. So just like you woke up one day and you decided you were gonna do this, the next idea, all it's doing is letting you know that your ideas, as long as you can visualize them, motherfuckers, you can actualize them because you already got the platform. You already got a fan base.
Right.
Now people seeing you different. And because you've been speaking to a life coach, you project different.
Right.
And it's all showing. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Royce, thank you, man. We appreciate you.
Love and respect.
Much love. Go get the album, everybody.
Go
Y'all
get
ready?
the album. Allegory is out right now. Go get all of them. Go get all of them. I'll tell you
Book
what.
of Ryan.
If this goes double platinum, will you battle?
No. No, battle who though? Not you, nigga.
No, anybody. Anybody. I just feel like it's time for us to merge these worlds. You look at the Philippines. You look at Russia. Their top artists drop albums, battle. They break dance. They do all types of stuff. Like it's all across the board. We are the culture. You feel what I'm saying? It's not a separation in the culture.
I can help facilitate it. I may not necessarily be the person that's gonna jump in the ring,
Right.
but I can help facilitate it. I mean, we were kind of headed that direction with Total Slaughter a little bit.
Right. But Total Slaughter was just too fancy, I feel like.
Well, sometimes, you don't get things right the first time.
Right.
You know,
right.
and
but it was
we ran into a lot of apprehension from like other leagues because they felt like that they should have been a part of it in certain ways.
Right.
And just getting our feet wet in that field let us know that certain things that we did may have came off as disrespectful without intending it for it to be that way. So, you know, if we were to do something like that again, we have a better understanding.
I kick the fucking door off, take the hinges with the door panel and the wall off. Body's getting hauled off, lips getting torn off, leg him with the sword off. He looking like a walking dead zombie trying to crawl off.